Yo, what's going on YouTube and Facebook? I am your boy Rory with Roar Sports Media, and today we're doing something new. We're going to try and be a little more interactive. We're going to be doing interactive mock drafts. So, pretty much, if you want to come on, there's a link on my personal Facebook page in order to follow. To come talk to us, just follow the link and you can come in on your cell phone or, if you're at your computer or whatever, you can come in and talk to your team. We're going to be doing mock drafts probably for the next hour. So if you want to come in, it's, fair game. Jordan, do you want to start off with the Cowboys first?
I mean, we can. I mean, I'm a fan of them. So, I'm your NFC East insider for Roar Sports Media, but I am a Cowboys fan till the day I die. And this is going to be an interesting draft because the Cowboys, as we were discussing before we started, pick 10 it's a weird pick. And with all the talent around, and then the certain needs of the Dallas Cowboys right now, what do you do? Do you pick the best player available? Do you finally go cornerback, defense need? Or do you go and best player available, probably if he falls that far, would be Kyle Pitts? And we've heard a lot of stuff about Jerry Jones being a big. He loves some Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Just no defense, just the most powerful offense on the planet. Or go ahead. Good. Or it was like, or do you secure the future asset, Dak Prescott, with a left tackle? So it's really interesting what the Dallas Cowboys could do. Plus, there's always that option. Could you trade back? Go pick up 2 second rounds? Like for your first round pick, trade back for maybe a team that wants a quarterback that they may think. Until I'm looking at you, Patriots, there's always been that pick that maybe Patriots roll up to 10. We trade back to 15. We may lose Surtain, but we could have J.C. Horn.
Yeah, we get J.C. Horn and you can get more picks in the second round, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's a very interesting pick. So let me know when you're ready, man. I can dive in.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so, let's get into it, bro. So right here we have PFF. We're going to be doing it based on the highest speed possible. We're doing care for positional value pretty high, randomness down, draft needs high, and we're going to lean toward PFF because I feel like the NFL kind of like goes towards more the analytics, and that's what PFF does. So that's how we're going to run this draft. Basically, as close to how a GM would think as possible. So let's go Dallas Cowboys.
Up to it.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, you guys should have just choked like way harder. You should have never beat the Bengals. You should have just like, oh no, the Bengals. Ooh.
Let's get that one win and for the return of the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. Stick it to the Bengals who don't even have Joe Burrow. With them, they probably would have won.
Andy Dalton's sweet revenge.
Sweet revenge against who was your backup?
Dude, I think it was Brandon Allen, a Razorback. Yeah. Whoop. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it, dude. Trevor Lawrence is already getting stuff from Jags fans. He's coming here, definitely.
Oh, I mean, come on, duh. Here we go.
I'm not gonna. I kind of want to see it, bro. What, dude? So it looks like Mac Jones was taken by the Broncos. Trey Lance went to the Panthers. Panay Sewell. So it looks like my Bengals went
Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Okay. Dolphins went Devontae Smith. He ends with Tua, like he called, and then Panay Sewell is a Lion. So that makes sense. I
feel bad for him. Panay Sewell, he's gonna go waste his career with the Lions.
So Kyle Pitts did not fall to you. He's now an Atlanta Falcon. So, all right, dude. So here's what you got right now, bro. Like, where do you see yourself going? Like, where do you think the Cowboys are going to go?
So, I mean, this has been a lot of debate. So this is how I'm going to have to go with what the Dallas Cowboys need right now. who they need on the other side, what we've lost so far just because we can't stop anybody, whether it's in the run, whether it's in the pass, people just throw up more points than we can. And I've got to go with Patrick Surtain. I'm actually going to go against what I've been saying at all because I'm thinking Dallas Cowboy mindset. I'm thinking we've avoided so long, and I think we're going to go with the splash play, and we're going to go after Patrick Surtain. Even though I want Rashawn Slater, I'm thinking like a GM, a Dallas Cowboys, probably what they're going off of, and they're gonna definitely want to finally fix that defense.
Okay, cool. So, are you sure you don't want to get Jalen Waddle, another receiver?
Am I sure? What?
Yeah.
Like, why? we have Michael Gallup, who on a lot of teams is a number one. We have CeeDee Lamb, who is our true number one, and we have Amari Cooper on a lot of teams as a number one. And then Dalton Schultz, Blake Jarwin, they're really good tight ends.
Yeah, they're decent.
I mean, maybe the one player, if we're not going tackle and cornerback, I may argue, because the Wolf Hunter is more looking for a neck brace than hunting for tackles.
Yeah.
And Jalen Smith is more about his brand than football, what it looks like. Yeah. You could see maybe Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons is nasty, bro. He runs like a 4.3. So
it's pretty nasty.
I'm pretty sure Micah Parsons is faster than Patrick Surtain, man. Honestly.
He is. So it's just Patrick Surtain is just me because the Dallas Cowboys typically don't go big in free agency. They've done it before in the past. They got burned. So I don't think they're going to pick up a veteran cornerback. So I think they're going to really focus on a cornerback. I do think they go Patrick Surtain. And not to mention, why not? He's the most ready cornerback in my belief.
Coach on Nick Saban too. And he's back with his boy Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs?
Yeah, Trayvon. So Patrick Surtain is now wearing the star.
Love it. Buying that jersey, son.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the pick. You guys clearly need defense. You guys couldn't stop a nosebleed last year. Teams were just gashing you, bro. They were tearing you apart. So, getting another outside corner to go with Trayvon Diggs, who's an up-and-coming corner. I like him a lot. And, I think that it would be hard to pass up on that level of talent in your secondary.
Yes.
So, in the second round, bro, but where do you think you're going from here? Because the offensive line class in this draft is insane, man.
And that's exactly where I'm focusing on. My only thing I actually regret here is that I'm looking at the tackles right now, and I think Samuel Cosme, I'm a big Longhorns fan. I think he's a great tackle. He's not available now. He isn't. So I think, let me see. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't think Cosme, he's already gone. I think he's he's considered the fourth best tackle.
Yeah, Liam Eichenberg was taken by the Broncos. Rondell
I would have
liked
Leatherwood.
The Bengals picked 2 receivers. What the fuck, PF? Oh, my PFF. I hate you so much right now. Samuel Cosme was taken by Buffalo at 30.
That's great. That's a great pick by the Buffalo Bills, my belief. So this is where it goes down to.
Okay. You're probably gonna hate me for this, dude, but I like Peyton Turner coming out of Houston, man. He looks like an absolute tank.
Yeah. This is where you're looking.
Tevin Jenkins too.
That's who I was looking at. Tevin Jenkins is a monster. He's a road he is really man. Exactly, and that's exactly what we're gonna want, because the thing about Tevin Jenkins is that not only is he a mauler, we need linemen that are going to give Ezekiel Elliott. If you've seen those videos recently, Ezekiel Elliott looks like he's trying to get back into form. He's trying to get back to his college days. He's slimmed up. He's looking quicker, faster, bursting through the hole. So we're going to want somebody that is going to maul the defenses, especially with Washington, with I don't consider the Eagles a threat anymore. With the Giants,
Yeah.
the Giants I think will go pretty big on defense too, in my opinion. So you're gonna need someone to go. I go Tevin Jenkins, not to mention he's a good pass blocker too. And that's another thing. Yeah.
I think honestly, man, he's my tackle number like 5. Like getting him right here is value, man. He's a 31 ranked player. You're getting him at 44. So
I love it. I love it.
Per PFF. But I like Tevin Jenkins a lot. So Tevin Jenkins in the second round. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. I took him for the Bengals in my mock draft I just put on my channel. So I mean, yeah, Tevin Jenkins to the Cowboys. I love that. Great value. So in the third round, dude, is this where you want to go defense or you want to get back on the offensive line track?
See, this is the other issue with the Dallas Cowboys is that they can go nice. Exactly. That's who I was looking at. They can go linebacker or safety. Safety is a big need too.
So I mean, I think too right here, Jamar Johnson coming out of Indiana, man, like he's a pretty damn good safety. Like I'm saying, this is a deep draft for like safeties and linebackers. Like I'm loving him. Jamin Davis is going to be he looks like an absolute monster coming out of Kentucky, man.
Well, see, the thing is this is why I'm actually leaning more toward a linebacker because we remember here. This is where the third and the fourth round get interesting for the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, we're only doing 3 picks, but the Dallas Cowboys are about to get a lot of picks here that they can actually feed that safety position. So I think you've got to look for what you need right now.
Farther than 3 picks until people show up. So I mean,
until people.
We can definitely go 7.
I'm going Jamin Davis right now. Like that. That's my strength.
Kentucky.
Yes,
because I like it too. Also in the fourth, man, for if he's there, Milton Williams out of Louisiana Tech, man, his measurables are insane, man. He looks to be like a, let's say, Walmart brand Aaron Donald, Geno Atkins type. He's a smaller DT, but he's a pass rusher. He's a mauler. I think with proper technique, because he was, Louisiana Tech's kind of a smaller school. In the NFL system, getting NFL size and NFL technique coaching, I think he's gonna be a monster. So
you really gotta grow him. But yeah, I like Jamin Davis just because I don't trust. I love Leighton Vander Esch. Don't get me wrong, but I don't trust him to hold up. And I don't think we add his 5th-year option. I think we're looking to replace him. I think we'll take Jalen Smith because he's held up. He may went from above average to average, but he's actually held up from his injury, that gruesome injury, and he's shown he can be a capable back. And we'll see what he looks like in Dan Quinn's system. I say we go Jamin Davis because we're not going to have the Wolf Hunter much longer.
Yeah, is he that injury prone, dude?
He got injured. He started getting injured his first year, which that was the year when we were like a top 10 defense. Your time will come, and your time will come, Giants. But he's been hurt every year after that, and it's all been on the neck, like straight on the neck, and he has to wear the neck guard, and it's just he looks like a muscle hitting players. That's it. He's a giant muscle that hits people. That's what Leighton Vander Esch is, but his neck is just just because the neck is such a bro. I mean, one wrong hit, one wrong placement, he's down 8 to 10 weeks.
That's what his problem was in I think he was BYU, right?
BYU, yeah. He was BYU. He was a walk-on at BYU. It's a great story. I mean, he played basically 7-man football his entire career, walked on to BYU, then became like the Midwest player of the year, like defensive player of the year. And I think that's why they liked him. It's just because he was just a good old boy, big, strong. And if he could stay healthy, you got a lot of talent there. But it doesn't look like it. But enough about that.
So, dude, I'm actually really loving this third round for you, bro. Like, you guys have two second round picks or 2 third round picks?
2 third. Should be
Damn,
2 threes.
that's lucky, bro. Because dude,
Yep.
Kendrick Green or Milton Williams here is great value, and I'm not gonna lie, I like Josh Palmer. You don't need one another wide receiver, but I like Josh Palmer coming out of Tennessee too.
Yeah, and this is the thing, another player I've been hearing a lot about. If you roll up, he's from a smaller school. He's actually from my alum, a Jalen Darden. He is a speedy wide receiver. He's a bullet, and so he could be really, really good on as a fourth North Texas. The Mean Joe Green. That's where he comes from, Mean Joe Green.
So yeah, Jose wants to talk. He wants to talk 49ers here in a second. So let's go ahead and what for this pick, dude. What do you think you're going? I'm not
this pick. I think we're really, other than getting that tackle to shore up with Tyron Smith being so unhealthy, I think we're still focusing on defense. I would actually look at defense interior right here. We need defensive interior because they blow us off the line and then they run right up our throat.
So I mean, are you looking for a nose or a penetrating 3 tech?
I would say, if anything, I'm looking for I would want something big and more athletic. I would look at penetrating 3 tech.
Okay,
and
so
I like Milton Williams. I do.
I love Milton Williams coming out of Louisiana Tech. If you get him here in the 3rd round, I think that's value, man. Because what he could be, man, is a Geno Atkins-esque type player, man. Not borderline Hall of Famer, but a guy that could be Pro Bowls and possibly All Pros.
Hey,
dude, incredible testing, bro.
Exactly, and that's why I like him. But I still think, even here, this is where I think we go get our safeties right now.
Okay,
this is where I think.
So you have out of Minnesota, Bijan St. Juste,
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got DB right there. Dude, I love Simi Fihoko out of Stanford. He's like a fucking unpolished DK Metcalf.
Tyree Gillespie right there. He went against really good competition. He's solid. He's a solid safety, and I think we could use him as a rotational piece for sure. I like him. I just need to it looks like a lot of good safeties got taken off the board. Yeah. So I mean,
you can still use cornerback.
Still use cornerback. Yeah. I would probably
Gillespie's probably the highest rated safety right now.
I'm gonna go with the safety, the position of need over the cornerback. Because cornerbacks are deep. So I'm gonna go with Gillespie.
Okay, so in the 4th round, 10 pick, Cowboys are taking Tyree Gillespie. So
there we go.
What's up? What's up, Chief City? Kansas City Chiefs. Saw it, dude.
Going
all right.
Crazy.
If you want, I can post the link to the StreamYard somewhere around here if you want to come on and talk your Chiefs. We're just going to talk a little bit of Giants and 49ers first for the people who are already in the chat. So I think, are you good with that, dude? And we can start talking about the other teams.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm really fine. Let's get to everybody else. I think everybody knows Dallas is going pretty heavy. They're going to get offensive linemen. They're going to go in the later rounds. I think they're going to go pretty heavy defense, other than maybe the 1st and 2nd round. Maybe that's when they change. But I like where my draft is right now. I think they should hire me. I won't ask for that much.
That definitely makes sense. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the rest of the picks, dude, just so we can get out of here, because I'm not really sure how we go about this for the mock. Yeah, so Kansas City Chiefs, if you want to come on and talk to, or if you want to just stay in the chat, we can definitely talk some Kansas City here in a little bit. We just got to handle some other people. Dude, Sean Davis out of Florida, I love him in the 5th, 6th round. So I'm going to go ahead and pick him up for you. No, we already got Gillespie, dang it.
There's one guy I'm looking at, and this is just because we don't have an actual good backup. Yeah. I actually think the Dallas Cowboys are going after. They're going to go in a later round, go after Sam Ehlinger from Texas. So, no, you think I'm joking, but they've had a lot of interviews with him. Like
Yeah,
they do. I know it's dumb, but I just don't think they have a good backup, and I think they like Sam Ellinger. He's a good old Texas boy.
perfect.
And
Man,
yep.
Jerry Jones would do anything to sell tickets, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, of course.
I could definitely see it.
He's everything you want him to be. Like his
Yeah.
story is like everything about Sam Ellinger, like down to the thing. Look at that.
B
Boom,
plus,
baby.
A minus, Milton Williams, A minus, David Moore. Really, David Moore? I like him a lot, man. Sean Davis, A minus, Noah Gray, A minus, Ernest Brown, an edge, A minus, B plus draft, dude.
B plus
Not
draft. Honestly, after we got Gillespie, that's when it started to get to the C's. The system chose wrong. I was picking pretty good, man.
Yeah. I did pretty good, man.
Hey, dude. Hey, like I said, hire us. Look out, Cowboys.
All right. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and jump into the 49ers and Giants portion of it, just because my wife and my father-in-law are both those fans. So, I mean, might as well just go ahead and do it. They're already in the chat. Apparently, my wife loves Kendrick Green, which, I mean, I do too. I think he's pretty freaking hardcore, man. Or Jamar Johnson. We're just talking about him.
Let's see. Interesting.
Yes, he is. All right. So let's go ahead and start. All right. So 49ers are on the board, and Zach Wilson is here. So the Jets went Justin Fields here? Damn. I mean, I don't know if you could turn on Zach Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. I'm actually surprised because everything we've been reading about is
like Zach Wilson to the 49ers. I mean, I guess, sure, yeah. I'm not gonna I'm taking the best quarterback available.
Yeah, that's true,
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have the Giants here, and their biggest need is tackle, which, I mean, makes sense. I mean, Andrew Thomas last year, they drafted the 4th overall, did not pan out. He did not look like the player he should have been, which, I mean, I thought he was way better, man, because I followed Andrew Thomas since he was like in high school, and he was a dominant left tackle in Georgia. So, I mean, I don't know why he had such a bad year.
Yeah, it's those Georgia players, man. They're just really soft, and they're not really. I'm kidding. Like Georgia puts out quality players.
Georgia, yeah. So I mean,
tackle right there. Why not? Rashawn Slater. To me,
I think he's
the most ready to go out of all the tackles. He really is.
Yeah, his technique is pretty flawless. It looks really good, man. So
have you seen that man front squat?
Yeah, he's insane. All right, so we got the second round, and they have an edge need and a guard need. And I think edge-wise for the Giants, I really like Ronnie Perkins, man, coming out of Oklahoma, man.
That name just sticks out. And
Ronnie Perkins.
Ronnie Perkins. I mean, he was dominant for Oklahoma every year he played, and then he tested off the charts. He was insane. So yeah man,
he was pretty monstrous. So Ronnie Perkins is going to go to the Big Blue. Yes, sir. Ronnie Perkins is now wearing blue. So I mean, I like that. And then we had the 49ers at pick 43. So what are their needs? They need wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, and safety.
Mm-hmm. Well, do they sign Richard Sherman is the question.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you think they're picking him up again? Are they going to pick him up for a year, big contract for a year?
I think he's just too old, and he does his own. He does his own contracts now. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe, but I mean, I don't know how much more he's got left in the tank, honestly, bro.
So I mean, that would lead me more toward filling in that next cornerback, right? Like at least for the 49ers.
But I mean, I think safety is probably the better value here with Richie Grant, Jamar Johnson. And my wife wants Jamar Johnson. She'll freak out on me if he's not there. Apparently, I mean, I think that think Sherman goes back to the Seahawks. Maybe that's a hot take. Maybe, yeah, possibly. I
Didn't
think
he
right
hate
here I'm gonna
Russell
go
Wilson?
Elijah Molden because
That's weird. Yeah.
huh?
Elijah Molden. I don't know. I just heard they like had so much like him and Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom butted so many heads. So it's interesting to see that he'd return back to the Seahawks. Like
No, he didn't
so
return back to him. He's like it's
he's
possible.
going to
So I mean,
as a
I think I'm gonna go with the value here, and I'm gonna go with a 35 ranked overall player for PFF, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Elijah Molden out of Washington to be a he's right on this he's right on the West Coast. So, I mean, he just has to go down to California.
That's easy for him, man. And I mean
Easy peasy. He's happy. So
he's a big strong safety too. He's 5'10", 192. He's good. He got groomed really well. Washington puts out quality players, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So we're back at the Giants and we're in the third round. I keep on putting it for a full 7.
For a full 7? Pick them.
No, so I mean they still need a guard, and then we have Kendrick Green right here. So for the Giants, I'm gonna go ahead and go the Illinois guard, Kendrick Green. The dude's he's a dancing bear. He's very agile. It's just his only thing is the dude ends up on the ground quite a bit. Like for some reason, I don't know if it's a technique issue or if he's just unbalanced. He just tends to like fall on his face. Oh yeah, she wanted Jamar Johnson. Dang it! But I mean, I got Kendrick Green, so
I mean, you're gonna need all the help you can get with Danny Dimes. So
true.
I mean,
that is true.
I mean, your defense wasn't the crutch for the Giants last year. That's not true. The crutch. Like they were a solid defense.
100%. So for the 49ers. Their top needs are QB, wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, and safety. We already got the quarterback and the safety. Let's go ahead and try and get ourselves a wide receiver. And we're going to go with Jalen Darden out of North Texas.
The speeder, man. That is what I'm talking about.
I think he's going to complement Debo and Brandon Ayuk a lot. This guy's a speed threat guy. So we're back at the Giants in the 4th round. And they still... For me, they still need to go defense. They need a defense or a tight end because I don't know if I believe in the tight end. What was his name coming out of the Giants? He's more of a wide receiver than a tight end.
Tight end?
Yeah, Evan Ingram.
Was he? Evan Ingram? Yeah, I was like, did they pick him up again?
No, he's still on the team.
He's still on the team? I thought they cut him. Oh, yeah. I forgot about him, man.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of want the Giants to go Tommy Tremble here.
It's just he's just an upsetting player. Like it's just a lot of talent. He just didn't live up to it. Frankly.
Yeah, so I think that the Giants are gonna take Tommy Tremble because he has a lot of upside for a tight end. I just don't think that Notre Dame got the best out of him. So I mean, hopefully that their coach up there in New York can do it. All right, 49ers are back on the clock, and we already got the QB, wide receiver, and safety. Let's see if we can get them a CB, man. Honestly, I think we're gonna go Benjamin St. Juste. Juste?
Yeah, Benjamin St. Juste.
And
what are his measurables? I see. I didn't follow Juste. What does he look like, man?
Man, honestly, I think he's a developmental prospect. Like he's not like fully there. I think he has the athleticism to play the position, but he's just not all the way there.
Then I mean, him going to 49ers is great. Then because they develop players really well.
Like, exactly. That's what I like too. 49ers are back on the clock, dude. Jeez, Louise, how many picks do they got? So I mean, we got their CBU safety.
Look at these remaining picks, man. 155, 172, 180, 194, 230. Just they still got 5 picks.
5 more picks. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think we're just gonna go BPA, man. And they like their wide receivers, so I think I'm probably gonna go Chris Evans, man, and bolster that offense a little bit more.
Yeah. And then not to mention their injuries with running backs. Mm-hmm. Like that's also something they need to address. So I do know like when the running backs are in, they're good, but yeah, definitely.
Hey, by the way, a running back I like a lot, dude. Puka Williams Jr., dude, out of Kansas. The dude's a freaking freak. him just going to Kansas, dude, he could have probably played in a way
Anywhere
bigger
else?
school. Yeah, I don't know
Well,
what
I
made him
mean,
go to
Kansas. I think it was Les Miles. Was it
maybe, but dude,
Les Miles wanted to return Kansas
I
kind of back to some glory of football.
I was watching his highlights, dude. You're not touching this kid in a phone booth, dude. He just moves so well. Why did the Bears let Mitchell Trubisky walk away in free agency and Andy Dalton is way worse? Man, I don't know. Kansas City Chiefs. I really don't know if Andy Dalton's way worse. Mitchell was. I don't know. It's not that he doesn't seem like he likes playing quarterback. It just seems kind of like it's over his head. Like I don't know. Bears
Wasn't that one of the big
fans
issues?
kind of got it.
He's struggling to develop with the scheme.
Yeah, Matt Nagy just could not work with Mitchell that well. Apparently, they just didn't mesh. So I mean, I think that they let go of their second overall pick, and I mean Andy Dalton with weapons around him, he can get you to the playoffs. I just don't know how far he can get you into the playoffs. Just don't rely on him. Just he'll do his job. Just don't expect him to Aaron Rodgers that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So are there any GMs we can draft? I mean, who knows? That seems like a front office issue. Maybe an ownership issue. It seems like an ownership issue, babe. Honestly. So
hey, right, like I said before, we're here. We want to be hired, So
bro, I'll be a GM all day. I
will be a GM.
All right, so we're back with the 49ers, back to the draft. Right now, man, with the sheer amount of picks that the 49ers have, man, like they still got 4 more picks at 172, 180, 190, and 230. Jesus Christ. So I mean, I guess we could bolster. No, they still need a tight end, a developmental tight end, but I just don't want to I honestly just don't want to pick just because he's that player. I mean, I don't think he's that good. Whereas I know Puka Williams is pretty good, but how is Elijah Griffin?
He seems coverage. He's good. He's got strong mentality. I mean,
Griffin's physical play style doesn't match up with his size. He'll need to put on a considerable amount of muscle to get away with it in the NFL.
So he's a developmental player for a year.
He's a developmental player, and he's probably a special teamer. So I mean, that's what we're going to go with because apparently they need safety depth. Or sorry, cornerback depth. Mm-hmm. And damn, the 49ers are back. You guys picked up Drew Dalman, looks like, dude. By the way,
Drew Dalman.
Yeah, a center out of Stanford. I kind of like him. I picked him up twice in my mock drafts as a developmental guy. But I also have Frank Pollard. So
looks like PFF has it on my mind like everybody else, man. Defense, offensive line, really, it's just there's nothing really else to address.
So right here, Chauncey Golston for the 49ers really looks good to me. I don't really like Shai Smith, and then Shannon Herring's okay. Maybe Noah Gray for a tight end.
Let me see.
Not great grades, honestly. In slot, decent. I mean, he's a senior. This guy's a special teamer at best. I mean, honestly, if I'm going that way, I'm just gonna bolster my pass rush with Chauncey Golston.
Why not?
See,
and look, he's a monster.
6'5", 270, run stuffing guy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go Chauncey Golston here.
And that's what you like to see with players later in the round. Do they get better? He got better every single year. He got bigger, faster, stronger.
It means they develop well.
Exactly.
Are there any GMs we can draft? That's so funny. All right, so 49ers are back on the clock. Jesus Christ, are they not going to ever not be on the clock? Man, it's hard right here. I mean, I still have Herring here in the 6th round of the 10th pick. Question: who you guys, who you think will be going into the quarterback selection? Would like to hear your opinion. I mean, are you talking about top 3, or I mean, I think that most of the main quarterbacks that we know about, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and of course, Sunshine, they're all going within probably the top 12. No one's making it past that, I don't believe. Just because for some reason we're hearing so much about Mac Jones that just kind of came out of nowhere. So I mean, if the Patriots need a quarterback and that's who they want, they're gonna have to trade up, which I don't see because it's the Patriots. They don't trade up for anyone, literally. So, I mean, I don't see any of the quarterbacks making it out of the top 12. And we have Zach Wilson going to the 49ers in this only because Justin Fields wasn't there.
But we think Zach Wilson's going to go to the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Zach, I think it's pretty much there. Like, they're already saying, like Broadway Sam. Or, yeah. No, Broadway Zach, Sam Darnold.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not there. So back to the mock draft, 49ers, man, they can go anywhere, man. Maybe bolster the offensive line, get Larry Borum, who I like. I like here in the 6th round. Or maybe you can get John Bates.
I see him.
Decent.
That's quality.
I mean, he improved.
Well, there's your tight end. And that's where I would go. I'd go right there. Go get your tight end.
Get
right
a
there.
tight end. I don't think he's your.
They
still got George Kittle.
I mean, they got Kittle, but there you go. If you need a tight end, this is where you go get him.
Yeah,
right there. And Boise State puts out quality.
Mm-hmm. So I think Jimmy G will go back to New England. I mean, possibly. It's just he's gonna have to lower his cost because clearly he ain't getting $40 million a year. He's not.
And we know. And we know from every rumor that was going on around that time that Bill Belichick really wanted Jimmy G. So,
all right, so Giants are on the clock at pick 196, and I'm going edge. I'm going Janaris Robinson, who I really like coming out of Florida State, especially here at the end of the draft. Getting pass rush is never bad, and especially someone who's as big as Robinson, he's going to grow over the next year. He's not anywhere near ready right now, but he can be. So Giants are back on the clock, and biggest need tackle, guard, edge. Let's go ahead and go Chandon Herring out of BYU and be happy about that pick. Just bolstering the offensive line and hoping you hit on a diamond.
All right 230.
49ers back on the clock yet again. And man, I honestly don't. I feel like they just drafted this entire draft. Like
pretty much.
When are they not picking, and who do they? Maybe they could go ahead and get some defensive interior help.
What does he look like? Let's see.
I mean, he had a good year. Looks like he might have got injured, and then had a really good grade.
Really good year. 4 sacks, 15 hurries.
297. So it looks like he's a 3-tech again, man.
Why not?
This is 3-tech. So I mean, let's go ahead and get O'Brien Goodson out of Memphis.
Big boy too.
He's gonna be a rotational guy on the line if he can make the team. Of course, it's the 7th round, so a lot of these guys just don't make it. So 49ers A+, Zach Wilson at 3, Rashawn Slater tackle, Northwestern A for the Giants, Ronnie Perkins A- for the Giants. I like Ronnie Perkins a lot. Elijah Molden safety A-. Kendrick Green guard for New York A-. Jalen Darden, Texas.
There you go.
There we go. A-. Tommy Tremble in the
I like that
4th round. A-. Benjamin St. Juste out of Minnesota for the 49ers A-. Chris Evans. PFF just doesn't care for running back position. So I mean that's just how it goes.
They just think they're a thing of the past because they can't put up a lot of stats anymore.
Pretty much, yeah. If you pick a running back anywhere outside the 7th round, you're doing bad things. PFF. So Aloja Griffin, cornerback USC A- with the pick 172. Chauncey Golston, didn't love that either. C+ with 180 pick. John Bates, tight end, Boise State, A- for the 49ers. Janaris Robinson, A- for the New York Giants. Chandon Herring, guard, A- for the Giants. Brian Goodson, A- for the 49ers. And we got an A- for both the 49ers and the Giants. So Damn, that was
There you
damn
go.
good cooking.
I
See,
like that, man.
That's just using your brain. What do you need? Who's best available? I mean, clearly PFF agrees with us and how we're picking. So, I mean, man, we've done pretty damn good. Was the other one a B plus or an A minus?
B plus. B plus.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
not bad. We had the 49ers. We got the Giants. Man, what do you think that I kind of want to do a Bengals one real fast? I'm not gonna lie.
Let's do it. I'm ready with the Bengals one because we already know where Rory's going. Number 5.
Well, what I would like to, but what I think right now is going to happen. Oh, by the way, I got the draft hat.
You got the draft hat? Nice. So you think it's going to be Jamar Chase, don't you?
Jamar Chase is going to be the pick at 5 for the Bengals. Pretty much everyone,
disagree.
all the
so
insiders.
Disagree with that.
Oh, I do too. Last comment, and I'll still be listening to you guys. What's going on with Dak Prescott? Still one of those scary outcomes for the Cowboys.
Still one of those scary outcomes. I don't think it is. I mean, he's back training on his ankle. He's throwing well. I don't think Dak Prescott's going to be an issue, especially like this is why I've talked about it before. I really want them to shore up that offensive line because we know what happens when Dak Prescott loses that left tackle and he starts losing that line. He puts way too much on his pressure. He could get injured or he just starts to get rattled. He's got a lot of weapons. He got his money. Man, I just think – and every year, here's the thing. He gets better. Every year he gets better. He improves his throwing. He goes up in his yards. You see him molding into that. As we've discussed before, we think he's anywhere from a top 12 to top 8 quarterback is really where 12 to 8. And we could see him starting. He could start on a lot of football teams.
Oh, for sure. Like he would start on most teams right now.
He would start on most teams. I don't think there's really an issue with Dak Prescott. I think we got our guy. I just think he was way too expensive, and it's just because the market demands that quarterbacks be paid that much. It's plain and simple. At
this point, I mean, with the TV deal, it's going to be similar to them getting paid $30 million a year. I mean, everyone's getting paid. I don't care. It's just how is that going to affect the cap? Because this year it's going to affect the cap really bad. There's going to be a lot of players not eating. Sorry.
Well, that's the best thing about his contract. This year, it doesn't affect. It's not a big.
I'm talking about in general.
Oh, just in general? Yeah, like you're going to see that once those TV deals hit. That's when you're going to see Dak Prescott's contract really start taking effect. But the cap should be shooting up. Hopefully, we're looking at maybe a $200+ million cap. I don't know though. We'll have to see.
This year I think it was barely 180. So that means a lot of players not eating this year. I mean, a lot of that did free agency was so crazy because they couldn't pay their players. A lot of teams couldn't do it.
A lot of 1-year deals.
A lot of 1-year deals. A lot. So I mean, hopefully the cap does go up because I mean I like seeing players get paid, but I mean I'm for the hard cap. I don't want a soft cap because, I mean, my Bengals would literally go nowhere, honestly.
My Cowboys would win every Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm all for the soft cap. Let's do this. We'll buy everybody. What we want Joe Burrow? We'll go get Joe Burrow.
We'll buy 2 Joe Burrows.
We'll buy 2 Joe Burrows.
All right, back to the Bengals draft, dude. We got Jamar Chase in the first round. He's our AJ Green replacement.
Well, this is where I think you pick up Walker Little or Alex Leatherwood. You have to.
I am not touching Walker Little, bro. You
don't think you're going to touch Walker Little?
He is one giant injury concern, bro. Like,
yeah. So then it's Alex Leatherwood. Sure.
But I don't get where people are seeing he's a first round player not playing for 2 years. He hasn't played for 2 years.
Is it just
look at this?
Is it just because when he's healthy, he's dominant?
Little has physical traits at tackle skill position, but impossible to judge if he's in that regard. Like, dude, I am not going anywhere near Walker Little. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
You got to go Alex Leatherwood.
I think I would have to here. I think that I don't have any other choice. I could go get Quinn Merce, but I think right now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Leatherwood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be happy about that. I like Alex Leatherwood. It kind of worries me that he went back to college last year, especially like he was gonna be like in the same pick, like late first round, early second round. Why would you go back to college?
Finish your degree. Football isn't the end.
Yeah, but
I like that.
you can
Like
pay, but you can literally just pay for college. Like
most
making millions.
majority of NFL players are bankrupt the first 3 years out of the NFL
That's fine,
after they retire. So
but,
I maybe that's what I think that's what he did.
If I know I'm a first round, second round pick going to the NFL, pretty much like that's consensus. Like, bro, like I'm going to get that money. Like I can buy my degree. I can go back to college. They're going to let me back in. It's just, dude, there's so many things that could have happened, like injury wise. Jalen Smith, man, playing that extra extra game. His kneecap went out and he fell all the way to the second round. He was a top 5 linebacker. That's my only thing. Is that you're taking a lot of risk with a lot of money, man. I'm glad he didn't get hurt that we know of.
Everybody gets banged up. Everybody's hurt. That's what they all say.
The Bengals everybody seem to hurt. Like draft hurt players. I don't know. Like almost none of our first round picks actually play their first year, or because they're hurt or they get hurt. Joe Burrow.
Y'all must really believe in your physical therapy staff, man.
I don't believe in them at all, bro. I would fire them all. So I think I'm gonna go Quinn Miners here for the Bengals. Just I think he's more of a guard. I don't think he's a center in the NFL. I think Quinn Miners is more of a guard.
But you're picking up a great Wisconsin. They put out great offensive linemen.
No, he's really Wisconsin Whitewater. He's a D2 school.
Wisconsin Whitewater. Wisconsin puts out good offensive linemen. Doesn't matter. They are just in general.
It don't matter.
Let me reiterate.
I'm gonna go Milton Williams. Ready to scout it. He's a good pass rusher.
Yeah.
I want interior pass rush.
Let's see.
All right, dude. Where are we at? 50 minutes, dude. I think after this, let's talk some like risers and fallers, and we'll get out of here, bro.
Oh, sounds good to me.
Yeah. So we got our wide receiver, we got a tackle guard-ish, and we need edge, honestly. And I think Jonathan Cooper here is excellent, bro. I think I'm gonna go Jonathan Cooper, Ohio State. Didn't have a whole lot of sacks, but had a lot of hurries and batted balls. He had an 88 overall grade this year. It's only went up. Not a great past 2 years, but look at the number. Where's the number of snaps? So number of snaps, he had a lot. And then last year, not that much. And this year, somewhat. So, not bad.
But, he got better with the lesser amount of snaps. But also, Ohio State didn't play, quite a few games, so he couldn't get that amount of snaps.
Yeah, I think
so that's also the other thing.
I like him as a 5th round pick.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so far the Bengals, I like right now everything you're doing on that. Unfortunately, you would have to go with the wide receiver because you need that weapon. I still think you could have went Penei Sewell, but
in this draft, he was taken by the Falcons before us.
Oh, before?
Yeah, he was taken before. So I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get. I want to go Drew Dalman just because I like him, but I want to go ahead and get a tight end because I feel like that's what we need. Man, I don't know if I want. It's 190. I'm gonna go ahead and get Noah Gray out of Duke. We already saw he's not fantastic, but he's a death player at this point. Actually,
yeah, but also he's.
I think I'm gonna go
to the Boise State.
No. I think I'll get safety later on. Safety and tight end later on. I'm gonna go Griffin here out of USC. Just to get some more secondary help because I don't know what the hell I got going back at there right now. Trey Waynes is always hurt and all that stuff. Dude, Drew Dalman fell, but I already got a center in Quinn Mearns. So I think I'm gonna go defensive interior and O'Brien Goodson. Like we already discussed, we like him, and I'm gonna go with him.
I like. And then here's 235 coming up. What are you gonna do here?
It keeps giving me centers, bro. I like Javon Hawkins out of Louisville. He's a scat back, receiving back, and we just lost Giovanni Bernard. He went to Giovanni Bernard went to the Bucks to go win a Super Bowl ring. So
yeah. First one.
Yeah. He's gonna go win a lot of games. All right, so I think we're gonna go Javon Hawkins, and we're gonna replace Giovanni Bernard.
All right, let's see what we got drafted here. Can't wait to see
I'm not feeling too great. Okay, Jamar is A plus. Leatherwood's A minus. Quinn Murns, I think we could have went back farther and got ourselves another guard, but I just wanted to bolster our offensive line. Milton Williams, A minus. Jonathan Cooper, A minus. Griffin out of USC. That's what I'm going to do about PFF is we picked him like around the same pick in the other draft, and that was an A minus. So I don't know what.
Well, I think it was scheme. It's got to be scheme.
Maybe.
It's got to be like how your defense runs, and the priority of cornerbacks.
So yeah, Brian and Goodson out of Memphis.
A minus, man.
We got an A minus draft. I mean, I'm not worried about it. I love Jamar Chase. He's going to be a hell of a player. Alex Weatherwood's going to be a good player. Quinn Martin's going to be a good player. Milton Williams going to be a good player. Jonathan we'll see. I think he has the tools to get there, not quite the size. And then all these other guys maybe they make the teams. All right. Well, I think we're good with that, dude. Let's, we can talk some risers and fallers real fast for a couple minutes.
All right. Well, I think we were the main one that you were wanting to talk.
Yeah.
Out of Miami.
Dude, Rosal, man. He is ever since he ran his pro day and was like stiff and all that stuff, and he like opted out, that was just not a good look for him. Like he's fallen quite a bit. Like I think earlier this year he was like a mid first round pick, and now he's top of the second to mid second. So I mean, people think that that's not a big fall, but that's millions of dollars, like not being made. Of course. Like being a mid round first round pick, you're gonna get paid around being an edge. You're gonna be getting paid around like $4 or $5 million a year. You got to think
about that too. If you did sleep on him, that actually gives you the opportunity to for certain teams to pick him up that actually needs somebody that talented to go on the opposite side of their superstar. So him falling that far, just wanting that could actually end up being really good for him. Because that could free him up because they're going to be focusing on the star, the star defensive end, linebacker, tackle, whoever.
Yeah, and for his pockets, for his pockets, that's not great, dude. I mean, I think Caleb Farley is also one of those guys. His back injury and his concerns, like, dude, he was the number one corner coming out, and now he's like being talked about at the end of the first round. Yep,
all because of this surgery kills you, man. Unless you're Trevor Lawrence,
especially a back surgery. But Trevor wasn't his non-dominant shoulder, right? Yeah, it was his non-dominant shoulder. I mean, I'm not too worried about that. He'd be fine for camp.
He already knew he was number one freshman year.
Yeah, he was number one coming out of high school, dude. People are like already talking about his NFL team. Yeah. Which, by the way, him coming here to Jacksonville, it's pretty much like his country. Like he's from around here. Like he's from Georgia. Exactly. So he's gonna have plenty of fans.
Right around the corner, man. Not that far, man.
They're selling his jersey in like the gas stations here, bro. Already. And it's like this is like 2 weeks before the draft, guys. How do you know?
Love how in Florida, anywhere else you actually have to go to a sports shop or like a sports goods store, but you can just go to Florida, any gas station, and find a Trevor Lawrence jersey.
But it's the Jaguars, so I mean, yeah, their jerseys is no, yeah, but and then a riser is Mac Jones. Somehow that cheeseburger eating son of a bitch got himself in the top 5 talks.
That I don't get it.
I don't understand it either. I don't get it.
I don't understand it. I fear 1 year sensations and quarterbacks coming out of Alabama.
Yeah.
Because Tua, we're still questionable. But any quarterback that's come out of a Nick Saban system, where are they?
I mean, but think about it, Nick. Quarterbacks and Alabama and Ohio State. They're surrounded by A++ players, man. Practically all 5 stars. You're throwing to like people who are, have like 7 to 8 yards of separation per throw. So I mean, like it's not a lot of development there.
And then 2, who are you gonna if the Patriots do go after Mac Jones? Who's he throwing to? Where's he going? Julian Edelman just retired.
Dude, I don't know.
Like who's his guy?
I think they got Kendrick Bourne and
3 tight ends.
No, they have Hunter Henry. They have Jonnu Smith. They have Kendrick Bourne, and they got who was in the Eagles, the speedster, what was his name? He was with the Raiders last year. I'm gonna blank on his name. He was a USC player. I mean, he's a decent receiver. They're not fantastic. He's gonna have someone to throw to, but like not fantastic targets. Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry are hell of the tight ends though.
For Mac Jones to succeed, he has to end up at the Broncos because the Broncos kind of have the tools.
They're stacked. Broncos are stacked. Yeah,
Broncos are stacked.
So in this draft and the one we did, he was taken at 9. So I mean, I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. And then Kyle Trask. We were talking about him as being Heisman.
Yeah.
And he just disappeared. It's because we're going to grab Trask and we're going to grab Mac Jones and we're going to flip him.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand. It's because he had a terrible game and then who was supposed to go to the Senior Bowl and didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, he fell right off the map. Now he's like a day 2, like second or third round quarterback. I'm like, ew, bro.
So where do you think the hero of the Senior Bowl is going? Because Kellen Mond was a day 3 guy. Maybe
I still think he's a day 3 guy.
You still think you don't think he pushed himself up to a day 2, a late day 2?
No. I see him going in the 3rd or 4th round, a late 3rd, early 4th. To a quarterback. I mean, I don't see him Kellen Mond was decent. He was decent, dude.
Better.
I mean,
he was better his final year, but his first few just.
If I'm banking on raw talent, man, I'm probably going Felipe Franks out of Arkansas. Honestly, I mean, I'm a bit of a homer, but not really. He was pretty good in Florida, and then came to Arkansas, and then pulled a dumpster fire out of his ass, and they're a respectable team now. So Felipe Franks, I think, has probably a better opportunity because A&M also fantastic prospects all around. They're all all 5 and 4 stars. Arkansas, we're dealing with walk-ons and 3 stars. You know what I'm saying? If you can raise the level of talent of 3 stars, dude, and be able to at least challenge an Auburn and an LSU and all those other teams. I mean,
that should have happened?
I think that yes. But I think that says more than, winning with a fucking excellent team. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. I mean, I think if there's a quarterback that raised his stock, it was probably Felipe Franks because Felipe Franks was damn good in that Senior Bowl too.
He was.
Yeah.
Is there any other players that kind of fell down for you or rose? I know there were a lot.
Greg Newsome out of Northwestern. I think he's being talked about in the late 1st, early 2nd now. He was like a 3rd round guy. So I think he's
crazy combine.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Jalen Phillips out of Miami. He played
that year.
Yeah.
Crazy combine. Oh yeah.
He was a 2nd round pick, and now a definite 2nd round pick. And now he's being talked in the early 1st. Yeah.
And do we say Zach Wilson is a rising star? We all know about it, but he technically was a rising star.
Technically, but I mean, as of right now, like risers and fallers, like
right. Oh, right now. Okay.
yeah. I mean, he's been a rising star since like the middle of the season. Like PFF had him as their quarterback too.
Unless
Like
he
midway through
faces
the
the
season.
Chanticleers, I would just get the defensive end from the Chanticleers.
Yeah,
if I was going to meet
Taron Jackson.
Taron Jackson,
if
I was going to play him twice a year and just have that guy go rip his head off.
Yeah, I actually had the Bengals drafting him in that video, man. I made.
Hey, go do it.
Taron Jackson, the Wilson killer. All right, dude. I think that I'm good. Are you good, bro?
I'm good, man. I like the way we drafted, man. Man, guys, we want to do this again. Pick your teams. We'll go opinions. We'll see where everything's going. Like there's a lot of good quality players, guys, this year. This draft is going to be insane on April 29th.
Yeah, and on draft day, we're gonna try and be on here, or we're gonna be with someone, or something like that, or we're gonna try and have an actual draft party or something. I'm definitely making a video, so I mean, we'll find out. So I think I'm good, man. I mean, if you haven't already, if you're watching or not watching, or whatever, watching this video after this, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We appreciate you, all the support, all the comments tonight. Really made this a pretty easy event. I had fun. I have way too much fun doing mock drafts.
Always.
Is there anything you want to say, man, like about the Cowboys or anything?
No, man. Like, subscribe, go Cowboys, draft well. Don't be dumb like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you so much. And remember, welcome to the Roar. Peace.